So I'm going to try to keep it short so that we can eat. No. Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you all for being here. While we're in the atrium, when I heard we were at the National Portrait Gallery, I was really excited because this used to be the patent. This building used to be the patent office. And, I thought, okay, innovation, how does that fit in? And then the National Portrait Gallery, it commemorates those who shaped this nation's history. And, then I began to merge it with it. Well, like in the Philippines, right now, I think Americans are actually seeing today how quickly history can change in plain sight, which makes everything we say and do even more important today. Karen mentioned that we're living through this profound transformation of our world. The last time something like this happened, when new technology enabled the rise of fascism, was 80 years ago. Well, that was roughly around the last time a journalist was named for a Nobel Peace Prize, except that guy, Karl von Ossietzky, couldn't accept it because he was languishing in a Nazi jail. For many years now, I've sounded the alarm. Like in Hiroshima, an atom bomb exploded in our information ecosystem. In pursuit of power and money, technology enabled insidious manipulation at the cellular level of our democracy, of us, the voters, micro-targeting fear, anger, hate, seeding meta-narratives that destroyed trust. It created what the US Surgeon General called this epidemic of loneliness. Hillary wrote a piece about that, turning neighbor against neighbor and rewarding mob rule, rewarding the worst of who we are as people. Journalists were the first attacked. If you want power, tear down our credibility. This is something I know firsthand because my government in the Philippines targeted me with an average of 90 hate messages per hour. Acted like fertilizer, #ArrestMariaRessa trended on social media 2 years before I was actually arrested. What seems impossible with repetition becomes possible. I was arrested and first posted bail on Valentine's Day in 2019. I can't forget that. In a little over a year, my government filed 10 arrest warrants against me with a cumulative maximum prison sentence of 103 years. I didn't know what was going to happen, but Rappler, the company I co-founded, and we did what was right. And now, nearly a decade later, those 10 criminal charges are down to 2. But to be here in front of you, to be part of SIPA, I've lost some freedom because I constantly have to ask the Philippine Supreme Court for approval to travel. The sad part, it's now happening faster in other parts of the world, including right here. Big tech transformed social media from a tool of connection into a weapon of mass behavioral engineering. These platforms are not neutral technologies. They're sophisticated systems designed to exploit our deepest psychological vulnerabilities. They monetize our outrage and hate, amplify our divisions, and systematically erode our capacity for nuanced thinking and empathy. In 2018, an MIT study showed that lies spread 6 times faster on social media. That was before Elon Musk bought Twitter. You tell a lie 1,000,000 times, it becomes a fact. If you make people believe lies are facts, then you can control them. And the 3 sentences that I say over and over since 2016. Without facts, you can't have truth. Without truth, you can't have trust. Without these 3, we don't have a shared reality. We can't solve existential problems like climate change. We can't have journalism. We can't have democracy. So why is our experience in the Philippines important? Well, let me give you our history in one sentence. The Philippines spent 300 years in a convent and 50 years in Hollywood. 300 years under Spanish colonial rule, 50 years under America. Our Constitution is patterned after the United States with the checks and balances of 3 branches of government. The Cambridge Analytica whistleblower, Chris Wiley, told me that CA tested tactics of mass manipulation in the Philippines, and if those tactics worked, they ported them over here to you. In 2016, Russian propaganda touched 126 million Americans. So even before COVID, I thought of this like a virus, the virus of lies that spreads and infects until the entire system is completely transformed when it hits a tipping point. We're near a tipping point. Exploiting the design of social media, this is how we now live in alternative realities. Some lessons from what we lived through in the Philippines, and that data is all in my book, How to Stand Up to a Dictator. 1, you have to draw the line of your values. Karen brought that up. That's what SIPA helps teach. 2, you have to hold the line. Hashtag hold the line was our rallying cry, and we didn't get shut down. We're still here, and I'm still not in jail. So do not voluntarily give up your rights. And 3, protect the facts. And you do that through radical collaboration. Collaborate, 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 which is exactly what we've done at the Institute of Global Politics, creating a partnership between governments, academia, and the industry. Much as I beat up big tech for good reason, based on data, we also work closely with them. We set out to solve a clear problem, not free speech, but safety. In July 2023, France's President Emmanuel Macron appointed 3 French women, 2 Frenchmen, and 1 Filipina to do a nationwide consultation which created the partnership of Sciences Po and SIPA, because 2 of us, that's Camille Francois and I, are professors of practice at SIPA, and we lead the innovation lab at IGP. A year ago, we incubated a trust and safety tools consortium which tapped some of the best minds working in the tech industry and gave them a safe space for collaboration. I joke that this was like forming Alcoholics Anonymous for trust and safety teams, because those folks are often at the bottom of the totem pole in their companies. But they all share the same goal, to keep all of us safe online. We produced 2 papers just a few hours ago in Paris. The French government at the AI Action Summit and Camille Francois launched Roost, robust open online safety tools, which has backing from philanthropies and major tech companies, donors like Discord, OpenAI, and Google, to ensure that a broad set of stakeholders have a vested interest in its success. Roost is building, open sourcing, and maintaining modular building blocks for AI safety, and offering hands-on technical support by experts to enable organizations of all sizes, from startups to big tech companies, to build and use AI responsibly. That includes tackling some of the biggest safety challenges, like eliminating child sexual abuse material, or CSAM, from AI datasets and models. This is a community effort to build scalable and resilient safety infrastructure for the AI era, and it began and was incubated in SIPA. Now it's an engineering NGO. In about a year, we created a baseline, the floor for online safety that anyone building tech can use. That's important for me in Rappler, because a few years ago, We stopped waiting for big tech's empty promises about our public information ecosystem. We began to build our own public tech stack, a decentralized, secure chat app on the Matrix protocol. Everyone on different protocols can benefit from Roost globally. That protocol, the Matrix protocol, is used by countries which value data privacy like France, Germany, Taiwan. You can download the Rappler Communities app and see how real people can have real conversations in a shared reality free from manipulation. We're now building a global federation of news organizations on the Matrix protocol. It is how we will survive this present moment of the past. Many of you have heard me use that T.S. Eliot quote all the time, that the latest novel you read is affected by the fact that you read Shakespeare, but your understanding of Shakespeare will be shaped by the latest novel you read. The idea here is that our history, our understanding of history is shaped by what each of us will do today. A decade from now, when we look back at this moment, we want to say that we did everything we could to build the world we want. Oh, and about the Philippines today. We've moved from hell to purgatory. So, it can get better. But it all depends on what you do today, on what SIPA teaches our students today, on what our students take and shape the world. Draw the line, hold the line, and collaborate, collaborate, collaborate. Thank you.